Imagine, watching a brand new movie, but it stars your favorite actor, someone who, passed away like decades ago. Or picture this, tuning in to a soap opera that never ends. Like it just keeps going. And all the storylines are like generated in real time by AI. Like this isn't science fiction anymore. This is what we're looking at today.
Yeah, it's a future that's like rapidly approaching. And today, we're going to take a deep dive into an article. It's titled The AI Content Revolution.
Catchy.
Yeah. And it really explores this world where AI isn't just like helping us with content creation. It's like taking on the role of creator itself.
Wow. So this deep dive, I think, has some pretty big implications for all of us, like whether you're a content creator or just someone who loves movies and TV shows, or even if you're just curious about how technology is changing, the world around us. So one of the things that I found really striking about this whole thing is how fast this is all happening. Like the AI generated content, it's just taking off like crazy. We've all seen it, I think, like those AI generated movie trailers on YouTube, channels like AI Cinema, or even that virtual influencer, what was her name? Lil Miquela. Who has like millions of followers on social media. These are just like a taste of what's to come.
A small taste.
Yeah.
For sure. So the article kind of breaks down 3 major forces that are driving this AI content explosion. And the first one that they talk about is the cost efficiency.
Right.
Like it's incredible. With AI, you no longer need these massive film crews. You don't need expensive equipment or like weeks of editing. There are tools out there like Runway ML that are enabling creators to produce some really high quality content, but in a fraction of the time and for like way less money.
It's pretty remarkable. Like imagine like a small business owner who wants to create like really professional looking video ads, but they don't have the budget for like a big production.
Right. With AI, now they can create those ads themselves using tools like Descript, which that allows anyone to edit videos just by editing a text transcript.
Oh, wow.
So it's a game changer for like independent creators and businesses.
Totally. It's like, this is really like democratizing the creative process in a way that we haven't seen before. And that actually brings us to the second major force behind this revolution, scalability. AI has no limitations when it comes to like generating content.
Yeah. Unlike humans.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's say you're a teacher and you want to create personalized lessons. For each student in your class, AI could generate custom videos, quizzes, and interactive exercises. And it's all tailored to like individual learning styles and needs.
Wow.
That's a level of personalization that just wouldn't be possible for a human teacher to do on their own.
It would be impossible.
Yeah.
And this ability to create endless variations of content, it has huge implications for other industries too, like advertising, where, targeted messaging is key.
Right.
But what I found really fascinating was this third force the article talks about, algorithmic symbiosis. So this idea that AI is evolving to like understand and even manipulate the algorithms that control what we see online.
Yeah, it is a little unsettling.
It's kind of creepy in a way.
I mean, these AI systems, they're trained on these massive data sets of like viral content. They're analyzing what gets views and likes and shares.
Right.
So they're learning to create content that is specifically optimized to go viral, often better than humans can.
So it's like...
It raises questions about, are we shaping the algorithms?
Right.
Or are the algorithms starting to shape us?
Right.
It's a little bit of a...
chicken and the egg.
Yeah, chicken and the egg situation for sure.
So the article then goes on to talk about the actual tools that are powering this AI content explosion. Simple text generator anymore. We're talking about sophisticated tools that can create photorealistic videos, they can write compelling scripts, and even compose like original music.
It's mind-blowing.
It is.
Like take text-to-video platforms like Sora. These platforms can generate these incredibly realistic videos from simple text descriptions.
Oh, wow.
Like you could type in a majestic eagle soaring over a snow-capped mountain range.
Okay.
And within minutes, Sora could produce like this high-definition video that looks like it was shot by a professional film crew.
I've seen some demos of these tools, and it's mind-blowing how quickly they can generate these complex scenes.
It really is.
And it's even more impressive that platforms like Synthesia are using different AI models, like generative adversarial networks, to kind of push the boundaries even further of what's possible with video generation.
It's moving so fast, and these tools are like constantly evolving, and while they still have some limitations when it comes to things like, complex human interactions.
Right.
Or generating realistic dialogue.
Right.
The progress is astonishing.
It really is. The article also highlights AI script writing tools like ChatGPT and Claude Broad, which can write everything from screenplays to jokes to educational content.
I know, it's amazing.
It makes you wonder if we're going to be watching movies written entirely by AI, like in the near future.
It's entirely possible and raises all sorts of questions about like the future of storytelling.
Yeah.
But it's not just about writing either. Platforms like Midjourney and Daily 3 are creating stunning visual art without human designers.
Oh, wow.
Like imagine a world where anyone can create concept art for a video game, illustrate a children's book, or even design a logo for their business. All using AI.
That's pretty incredible. And then to like complete the package, we have voice cloning technology like 11 Labs, which can replicate existing voices or even create entirely new ones.
It's pretty wild.
So
yeah.
Imagine like listening to an audiobook narrated by your favorite celebrity, even if they passed away, decades ago.
Yeah, it is a bit eerie.
It is.
And it leads to a lot of ethical questions about, how this technology could be used.
Right.
There's no denying that like the possibilities are endless.
Yeah. So the article goes on to discuss how these tools are already being used to create fully automated YouTube channels, personalized content, tailored to individual viewers, and even like resurrect content from the past.
It is fascinating.
So it's clear that AI is not just changing how we create content, it's changing how we consume it too.
And that's just the tip of the iceberg. We're really just scratching the surface of what's possible with AI content creation.
Wow.
The next few years are going to be incredibly exciting and potentially a little bit scary as well.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so we've established this AI content revolution. It's like it's happening, but is it a good thing? Like I think a lot of people are understandably nervous about what this all means, for the future of creativity.
Yeah, it's definitely a valid concern. And the article actually dives into both the positive and the negative aspects of this whole, revolution. And one of the most compelling arguments in favor of AI content creation is that it has this potential to really democratize creativity. Like imagine a young, aspiring filmmaker in like a remote village somewhere, someone who doesn't really have access to traditional filmmaking resources with AI. That aspiring filmmaker could create like a visual effects-laden short film that rivals Hollywood productions, all from their laptop.
That's pretty incredible.
It really is.
It's really powerful.
It's like AI tools.
Yeah.
Have this potential to empower individuals and communities who have historically been excluded from the creative industries, because of financial barriers or just lack of access to resources.
Yeah, definitely.
So this could lead to like a surge of diverse voices and stories that we might not have heard otherwise.
Right.
And it's not just about like empowering aspiring creators either, like established creators.
Yeah.
They can benefit too.
Oh, you mean like AI as a creative assistant?
Yeah, exactly. Like almost a supercharged creative assistant. Like think about a writer who's struggling with writer's block.
Yeah.
And AI could help them brainstorm ideas, generate different plot lines, or even write entire scenes based on their input.
Oh, wow. So it's like having a brainstorming partner that never gets tired or runs out of ideas.
Exactly.
That's kind of amazing.
Yeah, it is. AI can really help creators overcome creative hurdles, experiment with different styles, and even like take on some of the more tedious tasks. And that really frees them up to focus on like the big picture.
Right. So they can kind of focus on their creative vision.
Exactly. And here's another like fascinating aspect of this. AI could actually give rise to entirely new forms of creative expression.
Oh, okay.
The article mentions concepts like surrealist mashups, where different genres are blended together in these like unexpected ways.
So instead of just mimicking existing art forms, AI could help us like push the boundaries of what we even consider to be content.
Exactly.
Okay, that's
AI isn't bound by the same conventions and limitations as human creators.
right.
So this could lead to the development of like entirely new genres of art, music, literature, and film that we can't even imagine yet.
That is pretty exciting.
It is.
So,
Yeah.
with all of this come some challenges.
Yeah, there are definitely challenges, I think.
The most common fear is that AI is just going to replace human creators altogether. Like, is that a legitimate concern, or is it more nuanced than that?
It's definitely more nuanced. The article argues that this fear is kind of unfounded. They draw parallels to like historical technological advancements, like photography.
No.
When photography was first invented, people were afraid that it would destroy traditional painting.
Yeah. Like, who needs a painting? You can just take a photo.
Exactly. But instead of destroying painting, photography actually became its own art form. And it even influenced painters to explore new styles and techniques.
Right. It kind of pushed the boundaries of art in a way,
Totally.
instead of destroying it.
Yeah, history shows us that new technologies, they tend to augment human creativity rather than replacing it.
Oh, okay.
So AI, it'll likely automate certain tasks. And yeah, that might make some jobs obsolete.
Right.
But it'll also create new opportunities.
Right.
And push human creators to evolve.
So you have to kind of adapt
Yeah.
to the changing times. It's like, think about how Photoshop revolutionized graphic design.
Right.
It didn't eliminate the need for graphic designers. It just changed the nature of their work.
Right. They had to learn new skills.
Exactly.
And adapt to the new tool.
So instead of spending hours meticulously retouching photos by hand, designers can now use AI-powered tools to achieve those same results in seconds.
Right.
Which allows them to focus more on the creative aspects of their work.
So it frees them up to think bigger picture.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's about adapting and collaborating with these new tools rather than fearing them.
Right.
And it's important to remember that AI is ultimately a tool.
Yeah.
It's a reflection of the data it's trained on and the intentions of the humans who use it.
So we're still in control,
We are.
at least for now.
For now.
Another common critique, I think, is that AI-generated content lacks soul, or it's not original.
Yeah.
Is that a fair assessment?
Well, some AI-generated content can definitely feel generic or derivative.
It's important to remember that the soul ultimately comes from the human intent behind it.
Right. So the prompts that we give the AI, the way we edit and curate its output, that's where the real creativity lies.
Exactly.
Okay.
And when it comes to originality, AI might be trained on existing data,
Yeah.
but it can often combine those elements in ways that humans might never have thought of,
Oh, interesting.
which leads to truly unique and unexpected results.
That's kind of cool.
It is. Think about it like this. Human creators, we're limited by our own experiences and perspectives.
Right.
But AI, it has access to this vast sea of data,
Right.
which allows it to make connections and draw inspiration from sources that a human might never even encounter.
Oh, wow.
It's AI could help us break out of our own creative echo chambers and explore entirely new artistic territories.
That is a cool way to think about it. But
But
even with all these potential benefits,
Yeah,
there are some very real ethical dilemmas that we can't ignore.
for sure.
The article dives into some of these,
Yeah.
and I think copyright is a big one.
It's a huge one.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Or also rights to AI-generated content.
Right.
Is it the developer who created the AI, the person who provided the prompts, or is it the AI itself?
Right.
It's this is a question that our current legal frameworks aren't really equipped to answer.
They're not.
It's just such a new concept.
Yeah. The article suggests that we need new frameworks, like AI Commons licenses,
Okay.
where AI-generated content
Yeah.
would be free to use and modify, unless it's been significantly altered by a human creator.
Oh, okay. So it's kind of like open source.
Yeah.
But for AI.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
This would encourage collaboration and innovation.
Yes.
While still protecting the rights of human creators.
Okay, that's an interesting concept.
Right.
What about the potential for AI to be used for malicious purposes? We've already seen the rise of deepfakes, where AI is used to create these really convincing fake videos.
Yeah.
What's to stop someone
Not from using AI to spread misinformation.
or damage someone's reputation?
It's a valid concern. It's one that we need to address urgently. The article advocates for a multi-pronged approach, including platform-level solutions, like watermarking AI-generated content
Okay.
and requiring clear labeling so viewers know what they're consuming.
So it's sort of like those sponsored content labels we see on social media?
Exactly. Transparency is key.
Right.
We also need to develop more sophisticated detection tools that can identify deepfakes and other forms of AI-generated misinformation.
Right.
It's a big challenge, but it's an important one.
Yeah. And of course, there's the issue of job displacement. I think a lot of people are understandably worried that AI is going to take over jobs that are currently done by human creators.
It's a complex issue, and the article acknowledges that. Some jobs will inevitably be lost.
Right.
They also emphasize the importance of reskilling initiatives to help those affected workers adapt to the new landscape.
So it's not about pretending that these changes aren't happening. It's about preparing people in the future of work in a world where AI plays a significant role.
Precisely.
And it's important to remember that while some jobs might disappear, new ones will emerge.
Absolutely.
Like we'll need people to manage AI systems, develop new AI tools,
Right.
and curate the vast amount of content that's being generated.
It's about adapting and evolving alongside the technology.
Right. It's not about fearing the technology. It's about working with it.
Exactly.
So we've talked about like the driving forces behind this whole AI content revolution and the amazing tools that are making it all possible and some of the, ethical challenges that come with it. But like, what's next? What does the future hold? The article kind of wraps up with some predictions, and I'm curious to hear what they think is going to happen.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
in the short term, they predict that we'll see government stepping in to start regulating AI-generated content.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, like this might involve requiring creators to disclose when AI was used.
So kind of like putting a label on it.
Yeah. Similar to like, those contain GMOs labels we see on food packaging.
Right.
It'll be interesting to see how these regulations take shape and what impact they have on the industry.
Yeah, for sure. It's like transparency is going to be key, I think, in this new world.
I think so.
What else do they see happening?
They also predict the consolidation of AI tools.
Okay.
So instead of having a bunch of separate platforms, we might see these capabilities integrated into existing software suites.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. Like imagine using AI to generate like custom animations.
Yeah.
But you're doing it directly within PowerPoint.
Wow.
Or having an AI writing assistant
Yeah.
built into Google Docs.
So it's just going to become like part of the tools we're already using.
Yeah, it's just going to be like a seamless part of our workflow.
Okay. That would definitely streamline the creative process a lot.
It would.
And make these tools even more accessible, I think.
For sure.
It'll be interesting to see how the big tech companies adapt and integrate AI into their products.
Yeah, absolutely.
Any other predictions that stood out to you?
This one's a bit more out there.
Okay.
But they predict the rise of AI celebrities.
Oh, wow.
Think virtual bands, AI-powered talk show hosts, and even synthetic influencers who could endorse products and amass huge followings online.
That's crazy. So it's like Lil McKella on steroids?
Kinda, yeah. It's taking it to like a whole new level.
Are we headed towards a world where we can't even tell the difference between real and AI-generated celebrities?
It's a fascinating question. It really blurs the lines between reality and simulation.
Yeah, that's a little freaky.
It is a little freaky.
The article's long-term predictions for like 2030 and beyond, those are even more mind-boggling.
They are pretty wild.
They envision these personalized content ecosystems where each of us has an AI creative twin.
Yeah.
A creative twin. What would that even look like?
Imagine an AI that knows your taste in movies, music, and books, like better than you do.
Okay.
It could generate personalized content tailored to like your individual preferences.
So to say.
You could have an AI creating custom movies for you, composing unique soundtracks for your life, or even writing stories starring you as the main character.
It's like having your own personal Netflix algorithm.
Exactly.
But instead of just recommending existing content, it's creating original works just for you.
Yeah, it's like having your own personal creative team at your beck and call 24/7.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Any other long-term predictions that like really stood out to you?
Well, they even predict that. We might see an AI-generated film winning an Oscar someday.
Oh, wow.
Like imagine a movie where the script, the visuals, even the score are all created by AI.
That's crazy.
It is pretty crazy.
What would that mean for like the future of filmmaking and the nature of creativity itself?
It's a big question. Would we celebrate AI as this like groundbreaking artist, or would there be this backlash against machines like encroaching on a domain that we consider uniquely human?
It's going to be really interesting to see how that all plays out.
It is.
It definitely sparks a debate about where we draw the line between human and artificial creativity.
Absolutely. And the article also speculates about new economic models emerging around AI content creation.
Oh, okay.
We might see people earning a living by selling clever AI prompts, creating custom AI models, or even developing and managing virtual avatars.
It's a whole new economy based on AI.
It's a whole new creative economy.
So what does it all mean? We've covered a lot of ground today.
We have.
From the mind-blowing capabilities of these tools to the ethical dilemmas and the just radical possibilities for the future. It seems like this revolution is about so much more than just technology.
It really is. It's a profound cultural shift that's going to reshape how we create, how we consume, and even how we think about creativity itself.
It's a big deal.
It is a big deal.
It's both exciting and a bit unsettling.
I agree.
Right.
It's definitely both.
I think that's what makes it such a fascinating topic to explore. The article makes it very clear AI is not going away.
It's not.
It's here to stay, and it's evolving faster than I think most of us can imagine.
And the question is, how are we going to deal with it? How are we going to navigate this new world of AI-generated content?
Right.
Will we embrace the possibilities, or will we resist the changes?
Yeah. As viewers and as creators, I think we have a responsibility to think critically about how AI is being used, to advocate for ethical guidelines, and to ensure that AI is enriching our culture and not diminishing it.
We need to be mindful of that for sure.
Yeah.
So, what excites you about this AI content revolution? What concerns you? What role do you want to play in shaping this brave new world?
Those are some big questions.
They are big questions.
And I think they're worth pondering.
They are.
Because this is a journey that we're all taking together.
We are all in this together.
So that's it for today's deep dive into the AI content revolution. We hope you found this exploration insightful and thought-provoking.
We did our best.
Thanks for listening.